Pick Me Up. Pick Me Up is a reactive empowerment ability that triggers under specific conditions when an enemy agent is defeated. To activate it, Clove must either secure the kill themselves or have dealt damage to the enemy shortly before their death. Once the conditions are met, Clove has a short window to activate the ability, signified by butterflies gathering around the fallen opponent. When used, Pick Me Up grants Clove a burst of movement speed and rapidly overheals them up to a set limit. However, this overheal only adds temporary health. It does not restore shields or regular HP. Both buffs are short-lived. Once they expire, the speed boost vanishes instantly, and the overheal begins to decay quickly back to zero. Meddle. Meddle is a cripple ability that Clove must equip prior to casting. When activated, Clove hurls a fragment that travels as a projectile and sticks upon hitting any horizontal surface. After sticking to the ground, the fragment briefly charges up before erupting. Any enemy agent caught within its area of effect and line of sight will be hit with a decay effect, causing them to take damage over time. Ruse. Ruse is a vision blocker ability that Clove must equip before use. When activated, a tactical map appears, centered on Clove's current position. This map updates as Clove moves, but only displays a limited area within a fixed radius. Clove can then select a spot on the map to place a circular marker, showing where a smoke cloud will deploy and the maximum area it will cover. Once the locations are confirmed, a brief deployment phase begins. During this phase, all players will see a visual marker and hear an audio cue indicating where the cloud will appear. The cloud then quickly spreads from the ground at the marked location. Inside the cloud, vision remains unobstructed for those within, but blocks sight from the outside. As the cloud nears expiration, both sound and visual effects will alert nearby players before it vanishes instantly. Uniquely, Clove can still use Ruse after dying. In this case, the tactical map is centered on their body with a reduced range, and any smokes deployed during this state appear in darker shades. Not Dead Yet. Not Dead Yet is a sustainability that Clove can activate shortly after dying, allowing them to return to life. Upon casting, Clove begins a brief revival animation and is resurrected with full health, excluding shields. After reviving, they enter an intangible state for a short time, during which they are immune to all damage, but also unable to use weapons or abilities. During this period, Clove appears ghost-like, with a translucent body outlined in lavender. Interestingly, if Clove had reserve ammo, both their primary weapon and sidearm are automatically reloaded to full magazine. Potentially an unintended bug, Clove can manually end the intangible phase early by recasting the ability. Once the intangibility ends, there's a short transition animation before regaining full control, during which Clove is vulnerable to damage. After control is restored, a countdown begins. To stay alive, Clove must secure a kill or assist by dealing damage to a target that dies soon after, before the timer runs out. If they fail to do so, they'll die again, unless the round ends while the timer is still active, in which case, they survive and keep their loadout for the next round. This ability cannot be used if the round has already ended with the opposing team scoring. Unlike traditional ultimate abilities, Not Dead Yet doesn't gain charge from death. Instead, Clove earns progress toward it only when revived by resurrection or once a new round begins.
I bet you can click on the next video before the time runs out. 3, 2, 1. You lose.